Marys and Gentle Colts, we got trains in Comic Studio, but I'll be scrolling down and we're having a quick update in Cookie Run Comic Studio. So, Stay Cookie was absolutely been here for some kind of a little bit amount of days since after October 14th. Sometimes that pass of the day for like this, that escargot cookie has been updated around here, but I cannot believe that image as well that I just probably seen this. There are new sprites, the sprite update about escargot cookie, and that I just already know about here, and especially like for these cookies, may not absolutely gonna be coming up for around here for some times as well. But pretty sooner they will actually try to find something else. So let's get throughout for studio crossovers and looking for trains. So it's actually going to be for full trials, but it was completely nothing without further ado. So let's do trains, as I probably seen this. There were trains in Comic Studio, but especially that we just already find out about a subway, railway, and anything around here. And what about we just gonna be removing for a letter as well? So this is the train, as I'm gonna be searching here for. And this is absolutely for a bunch of locomotives, like Russian locomotives and Chinese trains. So even though I gotta be searching around here, it's gonna be the train as well. So the Alphabet Lore Express and more trains like these. I'm probably sure it is too late. Train. I'm going for trains for this time. So I'll be headed out for the remastered train. I definitely not gonna be saying this. It could be credits to Felix, the 5 2s of the number 2s as well. The credits to Felix for the 5 2s for this trains as well. It could be for around here for this thing as well, built by Karate Ball, and absolutely there must be for some trains, as the K train is probably going to be for a little bit for one thing as well. It was since back in somewhere over else, and another one is the SP 1900. So there must be a Korean trains or something. There must be for some kinds of guys over here. And there's nothing around anything around here except for backgrounds. So this could be very underrated as well. If you're gonna be edit something as well to create a train video, go to the link in the description around here. So I eventually added anything around here about this train. Could be not right over here for this thing as well. So these are my files and one of the images about that one. There are the motor coaches. The motor coaches as well that we've probably seen this. That the brand could be named as the MCI as well for these bus. There are the J4500 coaches over here. And then right next to the GS4 and then the P42DC as well. So I cannot believe it that there must be for 2 trains that I didn't eventually add it for some rail cars for some time. So I'll be moving on to the next comic creator or something else is absolutely we've seen already. There's a lot of underrated trains in Comic Studio because looks like there must be a little bit more and more of them. And I can't believe it. There must be for realistic trains around here. So about for one of the trains like these that wasn't going to be for some sort of like this about trains and even for a little bit more for something like that. So I'm about to get around for these trains, and but sometimes they're probably gonna be realistic trains like anything it goes. And with that, there's no BNSF around here, and that doesn't going to be getting around and exist as well. So if I gotta be typing BNSF, there is nothing is absolutely trying to do this as well. So Amtrak is now gone in comic around here. I'm not sure. I'm probably not very sure that Amtrak was being removed from Road Scale Sandbox, and because of that, I'm gonna be spelling Amtrak to find something as well, and there it is. There is Amtrak Comic Studio around here. I'm just gonna be copying a link address and searching whatever I probably wanted over here for something like this. And eventually I added so many things like I absolutely wanted to do. And see, we absolutely added Amtrak Comic Studio around here. Some kinds of guys around here. There must be a logo and some steam locomotives everywhere. Mogiana trains. I cannot believe there are so many Mogiana trains, as steam locomotives are probably everywhere in this some kind of a page. So there is a little bit more. There must be a crooked earth for something else. There must be a train station, and there must be something like that for this one. There are more trains around here. About of these ones, I guess. So I barely gotta be added a steam engine over here. So I would not able to be added for some kind of like this. Or even this around of the train station overall. So I better add it sometime later as well. So there must be for multiple trains like these. And that would be for some other kinds of real life trains, and for some kind of like this. So I'll be testing within the trains, and yep, they were not transparent about all of the trains except the Southern Pacific GS4, but not the big locomotive as well. We probably already seen this earlier yesterday for that time. And then there must be Japanese train mascots around here for some kind of like the Japanese websites are not totally everywhere around here for these things. These mascots are around here for like anything around here. And except for buses and traffic. Whenever we didn't see anything as well, it's just mascots anyway. So moving on to the Train Mania Comic Studio. That I absolutely seeing some trains and modern trains like anything as well. That probably definitely look like toy trains are totally not everywhere it goes around here. And especially for some kind of a time bomb, it wasn't gonna be look like this anyway. So there must be for some kind of toy trains aren't everywhere for around here for this one. So it must be completely nice is what I'm sure this is not going to get around here for that. So this is actually that I just turning on some spoilers, but I definitely there must be for toy versions about for some kind of stuff or what it is as well. So that features grass, cars, monster trucks. I definitely remember when I was very young around here for this thing as well. I was probably dumb at doing things at work, but it's not kind of easy for around here for just like that. And the backgrounds, there must be for some kind of a browser games or the browsing games that I just absolutely seen this a long time ago. And there must be the toy train versions around here. There must be kind of menus around here. I wasn't able to be seeing for this. But now, there aren't games around here since I didn't mention able to be seeing this in a while. And I definitely that I try to find out what I just going to be seeing one of the games that I remember to play. So there was Trains Comic Studio. Especially it's actually going to be for anything around here for this one. So Nothing starting without further ado in North America, but I added things like Thomas and Friends around here, American Freedom Trains, and lots of stuff going on around here for these times as well. But I have definitely added one of the cookies from the time balance department, and I definitely put Milky Way cookie on the side of that train around here. So I definitely gotta load up for this one, except for Thomas, and not anything around here for just pretty for once again. I didn't add any cookies that I just totally added for some any times as well, so we would not able to be see his face anyway. So these are the trains, and probably there nothing is actually gonna be to do like this. And another version around here is could be for multiple trains from Europe. So this is a trains like anything around here. So I just added on to the middle that there must be excursion trains around here for this one. And also there must be in train sim maze around here. It's just like the same, but even realistic cars I probably gotta be added too. And not anything as well. There's no backgrounds, and some kind of the more underrated trains around here. So there is more trains in this comic creator. Realistic trains. This train from Strasbourg. I cannot believe this is a train. A Pensy trains or some kind of trains from Strasbourg. And the VIA rails from Canada, the British locomotive over here. There's Amtrak P42 DC, rusted, a little bit old for some kind of like this. And there is more realistic freight trains and passenger trains, whenever that I just already seen this. There is a British locomotive, a Santa Fe locomotive over here. It must be the Santa Fe, the EMD F7. And the freight train is going to be right over here, and the pre-streamlined locomotive. There's featured subway train and a classic locomotive as well. But there's few more about of this train. There's an ice train, a Russian train, Amtrak train again, more Russian trains that I probably saw that I just probably found it out. There's a taxi, whenever it is. There's an Amtrak logo and a railroad crossing signs, or whenever that it is. So these are the background images of real life and Hugo that I probably mentioned to see this. And finally, that I'm not pretty sure, that was everything around here for this one. So hopefully that many of those links are going to be into the description below, as you'll be able to be checking this out. I cannot believe that I just not going to be seeing this anywhere around here in this comic studio. So you might gotta be better check out Amtrak whenever that it is. It's gotta be into the description around here for somewhere else. So here are my list in the video description, and that will be probably it as well for something kind of else. So I'll be added Amtrak trains to something, and that will be all it. So thanks for watching, and please check it out of one of the comic creators that I probably already seen this a while ago, because remember, it was just over 15 minutes of this video, and we're going to be see you in another video or whenever. Just absolutely thanks for watching. Goodbye for whatsoever that I just going to see around here. So I'll be signing off, and goodbye, and I'll talk to you all later for around here for this one. So we're not wasting time to spend my talkings all over here, so that's it for around here for this one. I'll talk to you comic studio users all later for now, and that was probably it, and that was the end of this video, and I'll be see you in another one, I guess.